Okay, this is the person on your mind for December. This is going to be Sagittarius. We're going to look at their thoughts, feelings, and actions in December. So let's see, Sagittarius. What's the energy for the person on Sagittarius's mind? What are their thoughts, feelings, and actions? For their thoughts, we have the Five of Cups. Their feelings, Page of Air. And their actions, the Temptation card, or Devil. Under the deck, we have the World card. So this is about a major change could have happened recently, but for their thoughts, they're feeling a lot of regret and sadness. They feel like there's no hope left, and they're in the Page of Air or Page of Swords when it comes to their feelings. They are in their head, they're analyzing things, they may be watching you. You may work in the same place or have the same group of friends, but they're not talking to you. They feel very insecure when it comes to your connection, and like I said, they're feeling a lot of sadness about the recent past and between you two. They feel a lot of regret, so they don't feel like that's where there's no hope. And their actions, with the Temptation card or the Devil card, they could be dealing with their feelings or lack of, facing their feelings about you in this connection. And this is a lot of toxicity. But as far as their actions, this may not be towards you, but just in general, what they're doing in December. And this is also all about the five senses. And they could be indulging a lot in food, drink, maybe gambling, things like that. Let's see. Here's going to be a couple of messages from them from the Roses in Love Oracle deck. So, what does this person have to say to Sagittarius? Okay, we have, I am grateful that you came into my life. And I'm with them because I couldn't have you. So yeah, like I said, the Devil energy, they could be indulging in possibly seeing other people dating, And with this World card under the deck, this is a time for them to get a different perspective on what they want for their life, possibly, and be coming to terms with the life without you. So that's what I get for you, Sagittarius. Okay, Capricorn, this is the person on your mind in December. We're going to get their thoughts, feelings, and actions. So we have the Empress for their thoughts. So this is about growth. We're going to get some more in a minute. Let me get through the cards. So for their feelings right now in December, we have the Star card, could be dealing with an Aquarius. They have a lot of hope, and they see you, Capricorn, as their soulmate. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at their actions in December. So we have the Ten of Swords. This is usually in the regular tarot, this is a painful ending. And their actions are more internal. They're going to be healing for the most part in December. And this may not have anything to do with you, but since it's a love reading, I want to say that as far as their actions towards you, they won't be taking any actions towards you because they're too busy dealing with a lot of internal feelings about this connection. And I want to say they're dealing with a lot of demons, but they're trying not to let the past failures affect them moving forward. So I want to clarify their feelings, the Star card. Tell me more about the Star card. We have the Nine of Wands and the Emperor. So I feel like they're trying to be strong. They don't want your connection to be over. They'd like to try again, although with the Nine of Wands, it's about being almost out of tries. But I feel like they still have one more left in them when it comes to relationships, and specifically maybe yours with this person. Let's see, this is the energy. The overall energy is the World card now. I got this for Sagittarius as well, so you might want to go look at that reading. And usually with the World, it's about an ending, but a new start as well. Tell me more about the World. We have the Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, this is something that's hard for them to let go. And they're still, like I said, they're still struggling with their thoughts about this connection, and they may have a little bit of resentment when it comes to your connection. And that's what they're going to be dealing with in December. A lot of confusion about it and how they feel and what to do about it. So let's look at some messages from the Roses and Oracle deck. Roses in Love Oracle deck. So what does Capricorn's person have to say? The person that's on their mind, what do they have to say? You don't realize how perfect you are to me. One more. And I keep dreaming about us together. Yeah, under the deck we have the Seven of Cups. It's sometimes a dreamy energy, talking about fantasy and daydreaming about the two of you and what could have been, what might be. And under the deck we have, I'm disappointed in myself for letting you down. So that was your reading, Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius, it's your turn. We're looking at the person on your mind, their thoughts, feelings, and actions in December. So what is Aquarius's person's energy? What are their thoughts, feelings, and actions in December when it comes to, whoa, that's the first time that's happened on the readings today. Okay, for their thoughts, we have the Messenger of Water. This is the Knight of Cups in regular tarot. Their feelings, the Seven of Earth or Seven of Pentacles. And their actions in December, we have the Moon. Could be dealing with the Cancer. You have a lot of water here, so Pisces. So let's look at their thoughts. So this could be a past person, or a new person, but I see the Messenger of Water is about somebody coming towards you or wanting to come towards you because they like you. They want to ask you out. And this is I want to say, sincere person. And when it comes to their feelings, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and I want to say that with this one, if this is a new person, they're not sure about their feelings, of course, because they don't know you very well, but I feel like this is them going over how much they want to invest and what's that's going to look like for them. And with their actions here, we have the Moon, and this is very emotional, but emotions that are kept to themselves. So as far as actions towards you, I feel like if they do, it's going to be at the very end of the year, end of December, beginning of January, because they're going to be doing a lot of thinking about it. But under the deck we have the Three of Cups. So this is about getting together, and could be with a group of people or maybe at a party, because the holidays are coming up. So it could be Christmas party, New Year's Eve party, and maybe they're hoping to, with this Star card, hoping to talk to you and find out where it goes. But tell me about their actions, the Moon card, because that's what I'm interested in knowing. Why is the Moon card here for Aquarius's person, for their actions in December? Why the Moon? Ooh, we have the Devil. What else? That's Capricorn's card. Why the Moon? We have the Star again. Yeah, so this is them maybe not having pure thoughts about you, but hoping that they get their chance with you. Somehow they're trying to figure that out. How to come across without looking like a creep. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. But let's look at the Roses in Love Oracle deck. What messages does the person on Aquarius's mind have for them? We have I'm taking time to find myself again. For those of you that it's a past person. One more. I need space. This separation is needed right now. Let's get one more. I feel like we need one more. You're the best thing that has happened to me. Under the deck we have, you're the only one I see. For some reason, I feel like this person, it's hard for them to say how they feel because I'm getting a frog in my throat all of a sudden. So that was your reading, Aquarius. Okay, now it's Pisces' turn. The person on your mind in December. Their thoughts, feelings, and actions. So let's take a look. Ooh, for their thoughts, 8 of Air, 8 of Swords. Their feelings, we have the Ace of Swords. And their actions in December, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, with their thoughts being in the 8 of Swords, they're stuck between two ideals, two thoughts, they're fighting what they want versus what maybe their family wants or expects of them. Maybe they have a lot of responsibilities, and that's having something to do with them feeling stuck when it comes to this connection. But how they feel with the Ace of Swords, for some reason it's like they have an epiphany. It's like some type of realization when it comes to their feelings about you. We'll clarify this some more. And then we have their actions, the Wheel of Fortune. This is good, the Wheel of Fortune. It could be bad, but because I only read uprights, this is, I want to say good unless, we're going to clarify and see. But for the most part, this is a good sign, talking about things moving forward. So I don't want to speak ahead. Let's clarify. So tell me about the Ace of Swords when it comes to their feelings. The Unknown card. The Queen of Wands. And we have the World card. This World card is coming out a lot on the other signs too, for the overall energy. Yeah, they're inspired. Like I said, they have some kind of realization about this connection. And because they're looking at it in a different perspective, they just needed that time to, I want to say, focus on what they want only. And this has been hard for this person because I feel like they've been pulled in many different directions, and their sense of responsibility, or I want to say some type of guilt they feel. But you can't be everything to everyone if you're leaving yourself out. So I feel like that's the realization they've come to, that what they want matters. And let's look at the Wheel of Fortune for their actions when it comes to this connection in December. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like they've done a lot of soul searching and weighing the pros and cons, how they feel, and their feelings are very strong. They're longing for this connection, and I feel like they're going for it. They're going to be coming towards you in December. For those of you this person is new, they're asking you out. For those of you this is a past person, they want to start new. Try again. That's what I'm hearing. Under the deck, what do we have? Four of Cups. Four of Cups and the Moon. On this deck, the Four of Water is talking about wisdom, learning from the past, and realizing that being single and dating and all that fun and games is not as meaningful as being with someone you truly love and care about and sharing your life with somebody. That's what I'm getting. So let's look at some messages from the Roses in Love Oracle deck. Whoa, this one just fell out. I'm keeping my distance to protect you and your energy. One more. I feel empty without you. And this one wanted to come out. I'm a mess right now. So they do feel like they need to keep their distance for now, but they feel empty without you, and they're a mess right now because of it. Under the deck, we have my biggest regret is not telling you how I really feel. For those of you that this person didn't. Maybe you don't know that how deeply they feel for you. So that was your reading, Pisces. Okay, this is for my fucking crazy Aries signs. Just kidding. Am I? No. We're going to take a look at the person on your mind, their thoughts, feelings, and actions in December. So let's take a look. Tell me about Aries person. What are their thoughts, feelings, and actions in December when it comes to this connection? Okay, the overall energy is the Strength card. Could be dealing with the Leo. Let's look at, oops, I got two cards for the action. We'll just leave it there. Okay, their thoughts. We have the King of Earth. Big D energy. That's what I'm getting. I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking and feeling when it comes to this card. This could be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus. And this is someone that is focused on their career, their finances, making sure that they have enough for the future, their savings, all of that. That's where their thoughts are. But when it comes to this connection, they're doing it for you, for the future, for your future. So what is their feelings? We have the Nine of Air, Nine of Swords. So they're worried when it comes to this connection. They're having sleepless nights, insomnia even. I wonder what's going on. Well, we'll get some more when I clarify. So we have got 2 cards for their actions. So we have the Chariot, Cancer, and the Page of Air, or Page of Swords. So I feel like they've got all the information they needed, because this is about investigating with the Page of Swords. What information were they gathering? Like I said, it has to do with, you know, having a good career, maybe getting a promotion, making more money, investing, because they want to have all their ducks in a row when they come towards you with this Chariot. And this is, they're very determined. And along with the Strength card, this is having to do with their inner strength, their will to push forward towards their goals and what they want. Wow. Let's clarify the feelings. So they're in the 9 of Swords in December. Tell me more about the 9 of Swords for their feelings in December. We have the Ace of Cups, the Sun card. I need another one. The High Priestess, Pisces, the Sun card. We have Judgment under the deck. Oh, wow. I feel like because they're in their feelings with the 9 of Swords, but these are such good cards though. Then you have the High Priestess, and this is about their intuition and following their intuition. You could call it intuition, you could call it that your soul, what your soul is telling you that you want, like your soul yearning for this one thing. And it has to do with the new beginning, because you have the Sun. You see that baby. And then Ace of Cups. It's a new beginning. And also this deck, the 9 of Air, talks about overcoming your insecurities, your fears about the future. Because with the 9 of Swords is about anxiety, worried about the future, about what that could be. But I feel like this is them and their feelings. They're overcoming those feelings. Tell me more about the Chariot and the Page of Swords for their actions. 8 of Wands. This is action, talking. This is, they're not just, what do you call it? They're not just talk. It's not just talk. They're walking the walk. Now the King of Swords, making decisions. Not wanting to, they're like determined to win, determined to accomplish what they want when it comes to this connection. So unless you don't want the same thing they do, they're determined to have this connection again. Maybe to come towards you and actually give you that commitment. Could be marriage. Let's get some messages from the Roses in Love Oracle deck. I miss the feeling of your body on mine. What else? Ooh. I'm with them because I couldn't have you. That's for some of you. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. See, under the deck we have, you don't realize how perfect you are to me. So yeah, I want to see for the majority of the people listening to this, They want you and only you. But like I said, for the small portion of you, they're with someone else because they couldn't have you for whatever reason. So that was your reading, Aries.
Had it just like that, had it right on track, and I keep finding